Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry here from Fridge. Today I've got a really interesting two people here called Sam and Jonathan. Although he may correct me in a minute because I hope I've got the name right. They've built an amazing app and they're based in Stockholm and they've built a really fantastic app called MakeMove. And I'm sure there's a bit more to learn about it than just the name itself, as it reminds me of a song actually, but we'll find out. So guys, good evening. How you doing?
Hi.
So
doing fine.
Do you want to identify yourself? So first off, shall we start with Sam? Sam, hi.
Hi. So my name is Sam. I call myself a creative hippie, and I'm a Hyper Island alumni from Sweden.
Fantastic. And Jonathan, I hope I've got the name right. Do you want to give some background on yourself as well?
I think that's pretty good, actually. It's Jonathan in Swedish, but Jonathan, I think that's perfect.
So I've just christened your English version of your name then. Fantastic.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Well, my bad for that. So, guys, you created a really fun, engaging app. So would you like to give me a bit of background on what MakeMove does and what it's all about and how you really got there? Because I know it's quite new.
Yeah. Cool. So now it's Sam that's speaking. Yes. So we actually needed an app like this ourselves a while ago for another project. Because we found it hard to find people outside your circle. And if you're not doing a startup or a project, you want to work with the best people. So we created MakeMove, and it's basically an app that you can meet thinkers and makers outside your network based on your current location.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's like a geo-based search engine for finding like people with different skills from yourself, or maybe the same skills as well, but that's what it is like.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting. So it is a geo-based app in a way. So do you pick up people by country or by, say, 100 kilometers or 100 miles from where you're based? Or how does the geo side of it work?
Yeah, it's like a radar. Kind of.
Yeah, but the thing it's a secret how big the distance is because
okay.
We want to protect the users, but we use something.
Yeah, it's not like your exact location, but it's like in your area.
Yeah.
So and you can choose different, like from a really small area or like going bigger.
So can I confirm you're not spies working for the US government then?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
No.
Phew, just checking. I thought I was under threat here.
Yeah.
Fridge magazine is going to be invaded tomorrow. No, back onto subjects. And so when you're searching for other skills, what kind of other skills are on the app at the moment? What kind of people are on the app?
Yeah, we're trying to find people with as many skills as possible, but for the moment we have two different categories. So you can choose that you have an idea, and that can be like that you have your own startup, or you have just a cool idea that you want to meet someone and do it with. And then we have skills, and we are not the people to judge what is a skill. So there you can have everything from design to coder to whatever you make up, actually.
Exactly.
So it's actually interesting. You're not focusing on necessarily the coders and the very techie skills. This could be a lot wider than just that then.
Yeah, I think so, because I think real innovation happens when people from really different backgrounds come together.
Exactly. We want people to like step out of their most people that work with something knows a lot of other people working with like the same thing. So we want this to be like you can connect even with people that are like a little bit further away from your own skills.
Ah, okay. So we're kind of moving on to the name here. I don't know, but I think I recognize the name from a song maybe. Would you like to give us a bit more background how you got to the name MakeMove?
Actually, we heard it from another song because it's called "I See You" with Jatti Ranks. I don't think it's the same song that
you heard. No,
no. I think mine's from the 80s.
No, yeah, it's a song from the 80s. Yeah.
Good. We might be on the same page.
Yeah,
then.
like,
Yeah,
in mind,
we wish it were from there, but actually it came from this guy with, I don't know, just looking at he has dreads and his name is Jatti Ranks. We don't know so much about him, but we really like the song.
Yeah.
But also like it comes from Got to Make Moves.
And so I expect in the future we'll be opening the app to some kind of cheesy intro music to introduce you to the app then. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, you've obviously got loads of passion and you created this really for yourselves. What sort of process went into creating an app? Because I don't think there's a very small group of sort of coders and things, but how do you actually go about creating an app?
So we can tell you what we did.
What did you do?
We started first with actually another project, as we mentioned, and then this idea came up to us, and then we started. Our process was first doing wireframes on paper, and then we moved into like design prototypes that we made so they can use in the phone. I think we used InVision. I don't really remember, but something similar, so that we could.
Front of us, but you couldn't do anything with it because it was just like pushing around and seeing all the features, and I would like to do that, but I can't.
Yeah.
And then we went into the coding and made it like come alive.
Yeah.
and
then it's always back and forwards. We always like brainstorm and
yeah, exactly, because we had like this first it didn't really turn out exactly the way we had it from the beginning. It's the same idea and the same concept and everything, but once you start coding, you think like, yeah, maybe we should do it like this or that, and then you change a lot of things. But it was really nice to have like a clear vision from the beginning of like how it's going to look in the phone.
Yeah, then, it sounds like you do a lot of sort of almost day by day you're coming up with ideas. Do you actually sit down and brainstorm, or do you have, I don't know, a secret folder somewhere with all these future ideas in, or how does that process work with you? Or do you sit down once a week maybe? How do you two interact and come up with ideas and record them?
I think we're more like, it's hard for us to not brainstorm. We always want to come up with new ideas, and it's like, because I think it's a really good way to come up with ideas is to like really think about something really crazy that we probably can't do, and then go down from there and see what, like coming up with something that is like similar to that.
Yeah. So like the best ideas for us doesn't come actually when we sit down with post-its or stuff. Having a walk or like a really great phone call. When
we're in a good mood, we always come up with a lot of things, and then we try to like narrow it down to something like what is possible to do, and then we try to do those things.
But we actually use a friend startup called Method Kit sometimes. It's like brainstorming cards and like help you with processes and stuff like that. Because sometimes it's good to have like that, like this brainstorm should lead to this, or that brainstorm should lead to that. So we're trying everything different here.
Exactly.
We don't have
you don't have it's a very much trial and error process, but it sounds like you're almost all the time sort of it sounds like you're every day coming up with ideas, and it's so there's got to be so many things happening in the future for you. What have you got planned for the app? What do you think what features are you going to be adding?
So basically we're gonna add a new way of searching, something similar to the app called Joe, but still a little bit more searching.
We haven't really figured out exactly what we want to do. We get a lot of feedback, and we're trying to do something like the searching more interesting and accurate. But we want to do it in like not the typical like searching writing, because then you know what you're searching for. We want something more like we want to find. We don't know exactly how to do it, but we're gonna do something.
Interesting. So
So
maybe if someone is listening to the show, they can send us a good.
Yeah,
that would be great.
going to say maybe that we could have a world brainstorming session going on at some point, and we could all contribute and sort of do a crowdfunding or crowdsourcing of ideas almost.
Brainstorming. That would be really
How would a new search look like? We can open a Google Doc.
Okay, I think we've just come up with a new product here as well. Is a crowdfunding or crowdsourcing your brainstorming. This could be a really fun new way of the world getting together as well.
Definitely.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or maybe we could actually ask. I wonder if we could ask you to create that inside the app itself.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we should actually do that.
We need to keep it secret.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't tell anyone about it. No, but that's
a really good idea. Yeah.
You see, there are always coming ideas up that
Yeah.
you want to.
So we're 10 minutes into this phone call, and we've already created a new part of the app.
Yeah.
And you told me earlier as well that you have a quite interesting approach to being creative, because you obviously are. And so how do you go about keeping creative and keeping sort of a fresh environment around you?
I think always do things differently.
Yeah, that's
like we
really
always
good.
change the location where we're sitting.
Yeah.
To just like get new inputs in our heads, and also like when we're going from one place to another, that you do a lot, then just try to take another road and everything. Like always try to get new inputs from everywhere. So that like makes your brain work. Yeah. Don't get into that like just walking from the work and back all the time.
Completely. And I hear that Stockholm has got some really good coffee shops. Am I right?
Yeah. So we try to be in a new one every day. So because then we meet new people, and maybe we can start to talk with them, and maybe they have a good ideas as you. So next.
There's a lot of great places around there. So.
Yeah. Actually, we're a really good. Not a coffee shop, but a festival this weekend. That was really good. Yeah,
a good place to meet people.
Yeah,
and that actually, this actually has sparked an idea. How do you guys go about networking with people in the real world? Because you've obviously got an app that allows networking online. But have you ever, or what do you do? Or is there any techniques or any advice you can give about networking in the real world?
Yeah, like one thing that we always think that everybody is creative and everybody have good ideas and potential. So we try to talk to everyone. Like it could be the taxi driver, or it can be someone who's selling shoes, or we can go to like a tech event or like startup weekend, or it's. Yeah. I think, but actually the best ideas actually always comes from people who have no idea what you're talking about. Like. Yeah. Because then, and if we get a little bit of that and then combine it with our own experience. And
you want people who don't like have a limit themselves in like what's possible and not. They just need to like, I have this, I want this, and that's more like, okay, how can you do it to get that?
Yeah,
completely. I'll let you into a secret here. I used to on a Friday night about 6:00. I used to walk around the city centre shops and just talk. I probably annoyed so many shop assistants, but I used to just talk to them about ideas I'd been having, or just sort of run things past them without them really knowing, to get feedback on ideas. And you know,
it's a great way. That's kind of like.
6:00 on a Friday, everyone started going to the pub and going out and or going home to go to the cinema or watch some sport. But my 6 till 7 routine was walk around the city centre shops and run ideas past people. I ended up knowing way too many of the shop assistants by name. That's quite scary.
That's brilliant. Actually, when you say that, like it's a tobacco store next to my house that actually. I'm sitting there sometimes, and he's brilliant. He's sitting there for like 10 minutes or something, and just brainstorming with him. I like the idea that you have. It's really good.
I think a few of them thought I was a bit weird as well, so we'll leave that one to the side.
Yeah. As well.
And But of course, all creative mad geniuses are known as a bit mad at this, or a bit weird at the same time. So I think it's probably a good space to be in.
Yeah.
And no one ever leaves a Fridge magazine interview without answering a very simple question, guys. So if you could have anything in your fridge, what would it be and why?
I would like to have that. It's a hard question, but I would like to have that. You know, that the story about Aladdin's carpet he has, that he can fly around wherever he wants to.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I would like to have that in my fridge.
I also
just pick it out and just fly away and
really
come
good.
back.
And you can drink your coffee and everything on there.
Yeah, exactly. You can just relax on it.
Can I
Sam?
choose 2 things?
You want the same thing?
No,
I
want 2 things.
Complete. Well, that's not within the rules, I have to say. But just this time, come on then.
Okay. First, I actually want like a 3D printer that scans my eyes, and then depending on my mood, it prints me out the perfect food. But also,
it's really important for the creative process to have the perfect food.
Yeah, like I always eat banana pancakes in the morning, and I want I want something little bit depending on my mood, so I can get something other. But also behind the 3D printer, I actually would like to have a little door that you can open up to a galaxy to see new things every morning. So then I can have new food and I can see new things every day. It would be really cool.
And I can fly there.
Yeah, we can fly to the place. Yeah.
Wow, guys, that's amazing. And so I'm blown away by just the whole idea of flying to other galaxies in the morning. That'll be really fun. And so we can't go anywhere. We've got to find out more information about your app. Where can we go to actually find out more information, get involved, maybe go flying to other galaxies? Where can we find you on the internet?
On Twitter. We are most active on Twitter. So my Twitter handle is SAMENGLUND. I think that's how you say it in English. Sam Englund. It's like England, but without the A and a U instead.
We'll make sure we link that in the article as well.
It's better to go to MakeMove app. It's better.
That's
app.
Yeah, that's better.
That's a great Twitter.
Yeah,
that's makemoveapp.com.
No. That's our Twitter. The address is makemove.se.
.se. Okay, so everyone's got to remember that we're doing a Sweden address here, so it's makemove.se.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Well, it's been fantastic talking to you, and
you too.
I just want to, thank you for your time this evening, because I think we've invented half the world, and we're also going to go and fly off to some new galaxies now.
Yeah. That's great.
That was really good.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. See you soon.
See you soon. Peace. Bye.